Hello, today's topic is writing a small program for the Amiga. For this, I will use the free and open source free Pascal and Lazarus IDE. It is possible to download it directly from the Lazarus website, but I will try a different method. We can achieve some conveniences with FPC UP Deluxe. We can download the installation file we want from GitHub. Today, I am using 64-bit Linux. If you are using Windows, download the appropriate file. The following steps are very similar. When I run the file I downloaded, I encounter a screen like this. At the top, there are lists where we can select the versions of free Pascal and Lazarus to install. Trunk versions have the newest features but may be unstable. Free Pascal and Lazarus are two separate programs. I will install both. In the Setup Plus screen, more advanced settings can be made. I want to select the docket Lazarus IDE. Thus, Lazarus will appear in a single window. The installation may take a while. It failed. There may be missing libraries. Instead of dealing with these one by one, I will install the Lazarus system package. I want to make sure that the Build Essential package is also installed. This is necessary. If Lazarus IDE is installed this way, the old version comes. However, I chose this way to install the dependencies. There are so many libraries. The installation is complete. Now I will try again. This time it did not give an error. Now Lazarus is installed and the shortcut has appeared on the desktop. Since I activated the docked setting, it works as a single window. I will also install the online package manager. Thus, we will be able to install the necessary packages without closing Lazarus. This OPM button serves this purpose. The OPM plugin is also installed. Thus, the IDE has become usable. We see the components at the top. I will add a button and write a small piece of code. Code completion opens with Ctrl plus space. I will change the button text with the caption property. The application worked, but this is the Linux version. I want to run this application on the Amiga. Now I will add the cross-compiler feature for the Amiga. In this section, there are many cross-compiler options. Since the system I use is 64-bit Linux, I don't need to install this. But if I am going to compile for Windows, I need to select Windows. For a classic Amiga, I select Motorola 68K as the CPU and Amiga as the OS. I will start installing the compiler. I will make some settings in the project options. I am adding a new build mode and naming it Amiga. I select the target operating system, CPU family, and model. I select all of the Motorola 68K family. For the GUI, I select MUI, which is Magic User Interface. I will try to compile the project. It failed. Fatal, can't find unit infodwarf used by Project 1. After long efforts, I found the source of the problem. I think the debugger is not compatible with the Amiga. I don't know the root cause, but unchecking the generate info for the debugger option fixed the issue. I am also unchecking the run uses the debugger option. This is also not necessary. The executable file is created. We need to transfer this 6.5 megabyte file and the resource file to the Amiga. Since this is a virtual machine, I will first transfer the files to a shared folder. The library files are located in the lib/m68k Amiga folder. I'm also copying the file with the .fpres extension. Now I am switching to the Amiga screen. I entered the WinUAE settings with F12. I will share the folder containing the file with the Amiga. It appeared here as a volume. The application worked the same way. This file may be too large for a classic Amiga. Since this is an emulator, it has 8 megabytes of RAM. An accelerator card may be needed for a real Amiga. Lastly, there are a few more things I want to say. If you want to install trunk versions or a different Lazarus, you can change the installation path. The other installation will not change. Thus, you can try different configurations and versions. In the cross screen, there are many options for different architectures and OS selections. By selecting ARM processor and Linux, a suitable build can be made for Raspberry Pi. Additionally, free Pascal and Lazarus IDE are also available for Raspberry Pi. They can work directly on it. In the modules section, libraries that perform different tasks can be loaded. We can also do this directly with Lazarus after installing OPM. Dock allows all windows of the Lazarus IDE to work together. With Setup Plus, many advanced settings can be made. From the buttons below, LAMV can be loaded to write Android applications. Here, WebAssembly and various libraries for embedded systems are available. Lastly, I will add the config file of Lazarus to the explanations. Thank you for watching.